Good day, viewer. How did 416 women and children survive months in captivity? What happened behind the scenes before their sudden release? And what does this dramatic development reveal about the security situation in one of Nigeria's most troubled regions? Those are the questions many Nigerians are asking after reports emerged that 416 residents abducted from Goshi community in Gwaza local government area of Borno State have finally regained their freedom after spending months in the custody of suspected Boko Haram terrorists. The development has brought relief, celebration, and renewed concern all at once. Relief because hundreds of families who fear the worst can finally reunite with their loved ones. Celebration because one of the largest groups of abductees in recent months has returned alive. Concern because their release serves as another reminder of the scale of insecurity that continues to affect communities in parts of northeastern Nigeria. According to reports, the captives, made up largely of women and children, were released on June 6th after spending several months in captivity. The announcement was confirmed by the president of the Borno South Youth Alliance, Samaila Kaigama, who revealed that the organization had maintained communication concerning the victims since their adoption. The story began several months ago when Ngoshi, a community located near Nigeria's border regions, came under attack. Armed insurgents reportedly launched an assault that left residents terrified and communities displaced. During the violence, hundreds of women and children were reportedly taken away and transported into areas controlled by the insurgents. For families left behind, the nightmare was unimaginable. Parents searched for children, husbands searched for wives, relatives desperately sought information about loved ones whose fate remained uncertain. Weeks turned into months as anxiety spread throughout the community. Every passing day deepened fears that many of the victims might never return. The situation attracted national attention when images and reports concerning the captives surfaced earlier this year. At that point, pressure mounted on authorities, community leaders, humanitarian groups, and security stakeholders to find a path towards securing their release. Families continued to hold on to hopes despite the uncertainty surrounding the fate of those held by the insurgents. When news of the release finally emerged, emotions overflowed across the affected communities. Many families who had endured months of fear and uncertainty suddenly found themselves preparing to welcome home relatives they feared they might never see again. For some parents, it marked the end of sleepless nights. For many children, it meant the opportunity to return to a life interrupted by violence and fear. Yet, while the release has generated joy, it also raises important questions about what the victim experienced during their captivity. Security experts and humanitarian workers have often warned that prolonged captivity can leave lasting physical and emotional scars. Many victims of abduction return home carrying trauma that may remain with them for years. Children in particular often require specialized support to help them recover from the psychological impact of such experiences. This reality explains why calls are already growing for comprehensive screening, rehabilitation, and support for the released captives. Community leaders have urged government authorities to ensure proper medical examination, psychological assessments, and security screening before reintegrating the victims into society. Such measures are considered essential both for the well-being of the victims and for the security of the communities receiving them. The release also shines a spotlight on the ongoing security challenges facing parts of Borno State. Despite years of military operations against insurgent groups, communities continue to experience attacks, abduction, and displacement. Residents in many areas remain vulnerable to armed groups that operate in difficult terrain and remote locations where security forces face significant operational challenges. For many observers, the latest development reflects both progress and unfinished work. On one hand, the return of 416 captives represents a significant humanitarian outcome that deserves recognition. On the other hand, the fact that such a large number of women and children could be abducted in the first place underscores the persistent threats facing vulnerable communities. The attack that led to the abduction reportedly followed a raid on a military position in the area earlier this year. During that attack, operational vehicles were reportedly destroyed, security personnel were displaced, and civilians were caught in the resulting chaos. The incident highlighted the complex security environment that continues to confront both local communities and security agencies. As the released victims begin the difficult process of rebuilding their lives, attention is expected to shift towards their recovery and reintegration. Families will seek healing, communities will attempt to move forward, authorities will face renewed calls to strengthen security measures aimed at preventing similar incidents in the future. The larger challenge remains ensuring that communities such as Ngoshi do not continue to live under the constant threat of attack. Residents want to farm, trade, educate their children, and go about their daily lives without fear of violence. Achieving that goal remains one of the most important responsibilities facing security agencies and government authorities. For now, though, a community that has spent months mourning uncertainty has been given a reason to smile. Mothers have returned, children have returned, families separated by violence have been reunited. It is a moment of relief that many thought might never come. The release of the 416 captives is more than a headline. It is a reminder of the resilience of ordinary Nigerians who continue to endure extraordinary hardship. It is also a reminder that behind every statistics are real people, real families, and real life forever changed by conflict. As celebration continue in Ngoshi and surrounding communities, many Nigerians will be hoping that this marks not only the end of one painful chapter, but the beginning of a safer future for communities across the region. What do you think should be done to prevent future mass adoption in Nigeria? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you found this report informative, please like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest updates and breaking stories from across Nigeria. I'm Vincent Okoro. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.